There's a lot of options that could be considered when you're speaking about Nintendo Switch Online. But truly, what is next for the platform? Now, you could be saying maybe the Nintendo Wii, maybe some additions to the platform itself, maybe some games that we could be getting. But let's talk all about that in today's video. All right, let's get straight into it. Okay, so Nintendo Switch Online. You love it, you hate it, but you gotta admit, we got a lot of things for this platform that is really, really great, especially if you like old Nintendo games, because this is the one platform that you can just have all your games right there and then play all your other Switch 2 games, Switch 1 games, or whatever the case may be. But truly, what is next? Now, the Nintendo Wii would be a truly great thing now that we have mouse controls and also gyro controls, which are improved on Nintendo Switch 2. I think the Wii would make a great fit right at home on Switch 2. And when you play the game, you can maybe use the mouse control as the Wii cursor if you're playing on desk mode or if you're playing like that. You can have a controller as a cursor, just like we saw in the Mario Galaxy 1 kind of 3D All Stars little remake thingy. You can, for the handheld mode, maybe you can have touch controls for the mouse, or you can just use the stick controls also like Mario Galaxy. But overall, I think that the Nintendo Wii would work perfectly just fine on the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, instead of just porting the games immediately port done, you're probably going to have to do a little bit of tweaking to the thing. Nintendo's just going to have to add some stick controls instead of the mouse. But if you wanted to, you can use motion controls because the motion controls on the Switch 2 are really, really good. I have to admit, they're so good. Like, they're actually like a big improvement over the Switch 1's, gyro controls. They're really, nice and smooth and seamless. So, yeah, overall, I think that the Nintendo Wii could be coming. Now, the next thing that's maybe interesting about Nintendo Switch Online is maybe we could be seeing some kind of extra games. Now, we already have some games, DLCs, and that, but what about a full fledged game? Like maybe Nintendo will allow you to play one of their games for a certain amount of time. Now, that right there would be a great idea because then it allows players to test out that game. Just like we have the trial system, but usually the trial system is only for the third-party games or something else. But what if there was a little trial system, or maybe once a week they would give us actually one of their games so you can try it out, you can see if you like it, you can buy it, or maybe they can add a demo for that game, or just full-fledged put the entire game on the Switch Online platform. Now, of course, we're probably going to have to see multiple tiers if Nintendo wants to put their big games on the Switch Online application, but it's not too far-fledged to Nintendo to want to put their games on there that, hey, you can test it out or you can have the game for a week or a certain amount of time. There's probably, if they do that, is going to be an extra tier. So we got the Nintendo Switch Online, $20. We got the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, $50. And then we got the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, $80. It's probably going to be something like that if they do decide to do that, or Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack in game. Who knows? But overall, that could be another option for Nintendo Switch Online. Now, the next option that we could probably hopefully get, I'm really excited for this one, is more DLCs. Now, so far, we only got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's DLC, the Booster Course, and we also got Animal Crossing's DLC and Splatoon 2. But what about Splatoon 3's DLC? What about all the other DLCs, like maybe Zelda, expansion pack for Breath of the Wild? Maybe that would be good because we have the Switch 2 editions of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Why not add the expansion pack? Then you can sell it all as one package. There you go. What about some more enhancement for the Switch 2 editions of games? Maybe we can see some kind of Switch 2 editions for, I don't know, Pokemon whenever that comes out, or maybe Metroid Prime 4, something like that. So you can get the Switch 1 version of the game and then just plop it in your Switch 2 and play as normal. So you can just get a little bit of a cheaper game, if you know what I mean. Okay, So another thing that just maybe we could see is, so we have some kind of, you can buy these little badges for Switch Online. But what if it was actually you can put them in the home menu instead of just one badge per your profile picture? Pretty cool, right? What if you can customize your home menu with those badges? Just like the 3DS, we had the Badge Arcade. But instead of the Badge Arcade, we would have the Switch Arcade, where you can play games and you can unlock different things, or you can use your silver points to buy little trophies and stuff, and then you can put them on the home screen of your Nintendo Switch 2. That right there would be really cool, because then it's like, oh, the Switch Online stuff. Or even better, the Switch Online application is pretty cool. It got a big upgrade on the Switch 2. So, what if they take that, add a little thing called the trophy room? You play games, you earn trophies. It's pretty much just achievements. Instead of system-wide achievement, it's going to be Switch Online achievements. I think achievements are really cool. They're underrated, I would say. They're just really cool. Also, or we can see something like you buy different badges, you buy different things, or all of the little icons that you did buy, you can slap them all into a room, a library, and you can see all your different assortment of badges. Now that right there is a great idea, because who here just likes to use all of their silver points on the most useless things? For me, I like collecting the badges, even though I barely ever change it, or heck, I don't even think I changed it since the original Breath of the Wild one that I put on. But imagine if you were able to actually just collect all of those and boom. Because I just keep collecting all the Switch Online things, never going to use them, and there. Put them all in a room, then you can see them all there. Or you can maybe have a little mini game inside of the Switch Online application. So then you can move your character around and say, hey, this is a badge from there. This is a badge from Mario Kart. This is a badge from Zelda. And yeah, here's my Pikachu or something. Or you can make them animated so they move around. Pretty interesting idea. That would be the perfect future of Switch Online. Seeing the Wii, seeing the enhancements and the achievements and stuff, seeing maybe extra DLCs and upgrades, and potentially even games, like there are actual games on the Switch Online. We get some trials time to time, but it's like more like a lottery to see, hey, am I going to be getting to play this game once upon a time? Do I get to play maybe some Zelda this time? They barely ever, if not, put their real games on there, their first party main titles on there. So I don't know, it's an option. Just maybe we can be seeing that. And honestly, the Wii, we can finally see the return of games, special games like Mario Kart Wii. Honestly, that would work just fine on the Nintendo Switch too. You can use mouse controls, you can use stick controls. Boom. Maybe we can see the return of Wii Sports, the greatest sports game, am I right? Wii Sports, we gotta see it. That right there would be truly special. The Wii was a platform that really, really was fantastic. And I'm here just hoping that we can see something like that. Something return. The return of the Wii. And after that, you might be asking, what's next? Is it the Wii U or the DS? Yeah, that's all good things. Maybe we can even be seeing the DS. The DS would be pretty great on the Nintendo Switch Online. Imagine seeing the DS, because that would unlock so much potential to Nintendo Switch Online. But I don't think we're going to be seeing the DS right now until Nintendo decides to say, hey, we're going to be selling a second screen. We're probably not going to be seeing the DS, but how the DS would work is maybe you can have a screen on the left and have a screen on the right. That would be your two screens, and there you go. You can even have a flip mode option. They can add a, like a little attachment for Switch Online or something. You can flip your Switch upside down. You can change the rotation of the screens, have the screen on the top and the screen on the bottom, and there you go. You're playing DS games. How that would work on the TV? Well, all you have to do is have one on the left and one on the right. There you go. There's your screen. So overall, I think the DS would also be a pretty good enhancement to Nintendo Switch Online. You can see games like The Legend of Zelda, the Phantom Hourglass, and the Spirit Tracks. Those are games that we don't have. And if we get those two games, then we're not missing very many Zelda games. We're missing Twilight Princess, and we're also missing A Link Between Worlds and the other 3DS Zelda games to have all the Zelda games on Nintendo Switch 2. Imagine how great that would be to see the DS, the Wii, All of those games are fantastic, and I hope we see them sometime in the future. Just maybe we could be seeing the 3DS. I feel like the DS. I feel like the DS would be easier to put on the Switch too than the Wii, but the Wii would be pretty cool because, it's a family system. Instead of owning a Wii, you get a digital Wii, just like the Wii U was a digital Wii kind of thing, Overall, what do you think about this? Do you think that we're going to be getting any of these features sometime in the future? Like 2027, Nintendo's going to add the Nintendo Wii or the Nintendo DS. And then eventually we can see the Nintendo 3DS and the Wii U. Then that console would have every single Nintendo console to date. The Switch 2 truly would be the Nintendo platform. Yep, the Nintendo platform of games. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you consider to hit the like button. Maybe subscribing if you are new. I do a whole bunch of different Nintendo content. And yeah, consider to be part of the polls. I nearly make a poll pretty much every single day about different things. Like if you were to get rid of this game, what game would you get rid of? Like if you had to get rid of it, or what's your favorite game? What are you excited for? Anyways, thanks a lot. And with that being said, see you in the next one.